Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. Wanted to go over another Bible today. This is one that I grabbed when I was in my frenzy of trying to replace my Bibles that I'd lost. Uh, if you don't know about that, well, I got lost for a long time and I thought I'd kept my Bibles with me. Ended up I kept an empty box, couldn't find my Bibles, so it was driving me crazy, and I was out of touch enough that I didn't know what size font that I wanted, what size Bible I wanted. The terminology was seeming kind of foreign to me. Personal size. I know what a thin line Bible is, but it seemed like everybody's personal size when I was watching 1,000 different YouTube videos was different. Um, so I started looking at value priced Bibles, and well, I bought too many. But in the process of looking, I came across Christian Standard Bibles, and I'd been lost wandering in the wilderness for 10 plus years, and I hadn't heard of it. But as I downloaded on my YouVersion app, I think it's YouVersion, on my cell phone, and listened to it and read it on that. Which, if you don't have YouVersion, it is fantastic. I wish it worked better on Android Auto for your car. Yes, it will play, but it doesn't always start right where you left at. It'll go to the beginning of the chapter, and there's no way off of the vehicle to control pausing, stopping, going forward, backwards, things like that, which would be nice. So Uvision, I think it's called U. Anyways, if you'd work on an Android Auto app, that would be fantastic. I'd greatly appreciate it. So, anyways, I bought a Bible. I wanted a large print Bible because that's what I like, but I don't want a huge Bible. So I found one, and let's check this out. See if I can get this. Oh, we're going all over the place here. Again, I cannot operate this very well at all. Keeps wanting to focus versus just, change a focus point. Anyways, man, it's almost like I have no clue what I'm doing. Maybe if I'd set this square, I wouldn't be so lost. But, so this is a larger Bible, and I have a personal sized one here. So I want to compare this to NLT personal size giant print. And let's just line it up on this corner up here at top. You can see that there's some more space down here. That's probably 3/4 of an inch, another inch wider. Let's just go ahead and open this up somewhere. Since we have both of these out, we're going to open them up. Where do I want to go? I want to go somewhere where you get similar text anyways. But there you go. This is supposed to be a 12 point. This is supposed to be a 13 point. Yep. That's all I'm going to say with that. So anyways, what is this Bible exactly? So let's go back to the front. This Bible, I bought it for $34. I don't know if that's normal price. I know retail's higher, but it seems like all the Bibles that I've bought have been on a pretty significant discount. Um, don't know if it was the time of year being in November and stuff like that, but it seems like everybody keeps running sales, and that was part of the problem, as I was in a frenzy wanting to buy Bibles and find them because I'd lost mine, and I'm kind of OCD that way. But needless to say, this is the giant print. And does it even say like the other ones do? Thought this did somewhere. Up here, very small. So let me see if I can get that a little closer and read upside down and all that stuff at the same time. But the CSB, we're reading up here, Giant Print Single Column Bible. I'd never had a single column Bible before. And, you know, I wanted to have something that I could sit down and read through in a relaxed pace, and something that I was hoping would be comfortable and easy to work with and easy to read through. And I found that the Christian Standard Bible wording and translation worked really well for that. The print size is very nice. This is fake leather, and I was amazed because I got this just shortly after I got the two NLT Bibles. Um, because I like having at least 3 different translations in an actual tangible Bible to be able to flip through and compare. I don't know why. That's just me. But when I got this and pulled it out, I felt it and I looked at it and I had to smell it. And I know that sounds weird, that because I knew it was their leather touch or leather soft or whatever they call it, or not, yeah, they're fake leather. It's just, which is basically a plastic textile of whatever kind. But after feeling it and looking at it and stuff, I had to smell it, which seems kind of silly. So what do they call this? Yeah, leather touch. So this is the burnt sienna leather touch. Just because I was having a hard time believing that it was not leather. It is a paste down construction. It does look like it's slightly reinforced there, which is all cool. I would rather it be vinyl. Again, though, this is a lot of Bible for $33. And one thing I noticed with this Bible over the NLTs, especially the green one, the one that my daughter, that I have a challenge with, she needs to read the Bible with me every day. And this will probably post after this, but every day up until Christmas. And then I will dedicate that Bible to her at that point in time. That's something that I'm doing with her since she wanted that, and we've been doing that for a couple of weeks now, and it's going really good. Her reading's improving, and a lot of stuff's improving. But the paper on this one is better. It's slightly thicker. It's not a thick paper, um, but it is line by line matched on each side. There is some ghosting, and I don't know how well you can or can't see it there, but it's not horrible. It's, reasonable. The print size is very good for me. It's not overly big. The Bible's not too awful big. I can hold it, fairly comfortably, even with just very few there. Wow, why did my focus go away? There we go. But I can hold it, one-handed fairly well. It's not a personal size Bible though, and it's not, a thin line or anything like that. It is one that sits well on the desk, paragraph form. But I've really been enjoying the CSB translation. It finds a nice middle ground for me, but yet a good understanding. If you don't know, if this is your first one, I'm not a highly skilled reader. Um, I don't do bad, don't get me wrong, but I find the NLT, which I really truly do love for a lot of reasons, uh, a little bit too much thought for thought now. I find things like the LSB or uh, NASB, King James, sometimes just a little bit challenging enough that I have to read some verses 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And I don't always want to be digging deep. Sometimes I just want to be able to sit down and try to get into God's Word and read to where you're drawing that story in your mind, or, you know, following along, immersing myself into it. I don't want to say a thoughtless reading, but if you know what I'm saying, let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate it. I don't want to ramble on with stuff that I'm not making sense. But yeah, this Bible, let's see what all there is. I think there's just the one dedication page. But the layout, I do enjoy the single column. That has been very good. They do give a nice description of the translation and what they thought about it, or how they came up to certain things, and certain abbreviations that you'll see in the footnotes and cross references and stuff like that. But yeah, no extra pages up front, which I'm okay with that. The margins aren't overly huge, but yet the gutter is fairly decent there in the middle to where it doesn't roll in on itself, which I really enjoy that. The cross references and stuff are down here at the bottom, so they're out of the way of the text. It keeps it nice and clean and easy. And $33. Well, what can I say? It's, for a value Bible, it's fantastic. The gilding wasn't, all stuck together like some others are. It looks decent. The spine of it. For some reason, I'm not a gold letter guy. I'm not a overly showy kind of person. This is about the max that I would. This is the max that I would want. I'm okay with the shadow stamping of things to where they don't have the gold gilding and things. I'm just not a interest of mine to be like, ooh, look at what Bible I'm bringing. I just want a Bible I enjoy reading. But this is the letters in black. This does not have, the letters in red. I would probably prefer the letters of Christ in red, just because I like that, or blue, like that New King James McLaren edition. I think that's really cool. I do like that about that. But yeah, so I flip through here a little. One thing that's really, really cool is with the CSB that I really do like is, even if you do have an in red version, the Old Testament, when it is referenced in the New Testament, is in bold letters, which, if you've looked these up at all, I think everybody talks about that, which is really, really cool. I like that, to be able to quickly and easily see where Old Testament's being quoted. That's pretty cool. And then you can drop down and check it in the footnotes or cross references, and then go check it out. But I was flipping through here to the back. Let's get to the very end of Revelations anyways first. But like I was saying, the pages are they're good. I mean, for the Bible price and stuff, it's really good. The gilding wasn't stuck. The thickness is acceptable. It doesn't feel like it's going to tear and stuff. Where to turn to? This is nice to have. I don't. I was gonna say I don't mind, but that didn't seem like it was gonna come out right. I like having this in here. It's just a quick page of, where to turn to if you need guidance, and pops up Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. That's fantastic. Table of weights and measurements. That's really nice to have as well. The Concordance is very small print. And I'll leave it at that. I don't think this has as in-depth of a concordance as some others, but that I'm okay with that. That's not one of the things that I'm looking for. I'm looking for non-distracting text, easy to read, the Word of God. And I still believe that if you want to get into good, deep study, you or I do a lot better with other people if I am diving in with more than, I want a leader leading a really good Bible study or something like that. One thing that I just noticed while going through this is this looks like it's cut short here on the very end. Let's see if I can get that up and look at it without shaking around too much. But see at the end of the page there, it's like it cut right at the very, very, very edge. So that may bother somebody. I'm not too worried about it because, again, I'm not a strong concordance guy. So yeah, it's like that page was slightly off when it cut. There's no margin down there at the bottom. It's cutting the edge of or not cutting the words completely off, or at least I don't think it is. But this does give some extra space for some notes. A couple of pages here at the back, which is always, it's nice to have. It's not my thing to take notes in a Bible per se. I have thought about doing it though. I've really considered doing a Bible a year and writing down dates or events in the Bible that happened while I was doing it, birthdays or just special things, or read this on vacation while we were here. And then after doing that, giving it to one of my family members. So they have a year in a life of where I was at in the Bible, where reading it and things. So, yeah, I'm interested to see when this is going to wear out. Single ribbon. If you know me, I'm not braggy, or I'm not bougie on my ribbons. I know some folks are, and I don't know for sure what they're talking about. I think some people like to have a wider ribbon. This isn't a very wide ribbon. I like a ribbon that's, small enough that it's not going to get in the way of the text if it's still in the center of the Bible, that it can just sit there and I can still read the whole thing. I don't want one that's going to roll up or things like that, I guess, but I just like it to be able to tuck in and work as a bookmark that's just always with it. I'm not overly bougie on it. So that's the CSB Single Column Giant Print that is super easy to read. I enjoy it. I like it. $33, fantastic Bible. Yeah. There's a couple little parts that, the paste down. Is it this one here? Yeah. The paste down section just slightly. No, this one has a different issue. This one has this here. That little ribbon thing. It just looks kind of ugly. I'm sure that I could probably just trim that off or whatever, or maybe it's just a bit of glue or something there on that. It doesn't bother anything. I just happened to see it and was like, it's kind of annoying. It may just be extra glue or something like that, now that I look at it, or a piece of the paper that didn't get cut all the way smoothly. Anyways, enough of all that. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Have a great day.